Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 1 p.m. Central, as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. There's a number of ways you can find us. You can find us on the radio at icradio.media, where we are Fox News affiliates. You may also find us on television, syndicated on Abundance Television. That's found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on the newscasters.com. Continue sending emails. It makes my day. Thank you so much for doing that. You can send an email to donna@donnasedge.com. That's donna@donnasedge.com. So let's talk about the holidays. Okay, Christmas is next month. Thanksgiving just a few days down the road. You're going to have out-of-town guests. What do you do with them? You want them to have fun. You want them to stay at your house to save them on hotel expenses. So what can you do with them? Because you have to have time to cook. You have to prepare for all those things and entertain your guests all at the same time. So I've got some really good ideas for you. It's learningherethare.com. learningherethare.com. And they have some fantastic ways. Okay, the number is 12 ways to entertain house guests. So you know they're coming over. What do? You can cook, you can bake. And by the way, there's so many things you can go ahead and cook at the same time to be ahead of the guests. So you're not there cooking, spending your time in the kitchen while they're being entertained by somebody else. So let's do that first. Okay, so cooking things ahead of time. There are all kinds of breads you can cook ahead of time. You can even get biscuits and put them, rolls, yeast rolls, all of those. Put them in the freezer, get them out the night before or whenever you think you want to go ahead and cook. Also, you can do casseroles ahead of time. You can do all kinds of breakfast casseroles ahead of time, pies, cakes. And let me tell you about cakes. Cakes are actually better. They're actually much more moist if you bake a cake and then frost it, do everything you need to, put it in the freezer, put that out the night before. Wonderful cakes. And I didn't know you could do this. We love chocolate pies. And I got my grandmother's recipe, so I know how to make a chocolate pie. You can actually make a chocolate pie ahead of time with a crust, doesn't matter what kind. Put it in the freezer, and it's good when you take it out of the freezer. I didn't know. I had to kind of do a little test run on that. Then also cookies, all kinds of things you can make ahead of time. A lot of baked goods, like your pecan pies. Some of you folks say pecan pies, but whatever pies, you can go ahead and make those ahead of time and have them sitting out on the counter if you'd like. And they'll still be good up to a week or even longer if it lasts that long. All of your fruit pies, your apple, your peach, all of those pies, you can make those ahead of time. The only one I really don't have good luck with is if you make cobblers, because you have to reheat them. So it seems like the dough doesn't really do that well if you reheat that. If you're doing any kind of a spaghetti, anything like that, those are better anyways, leftovers. Go ahead and get that ready. Also, your meats, make sure you take that turkey out at least 48 hours ahead of time and put it in the refrigerator so it can thaw out. But you can go ahead and get the meats done, chop it up, put it in the freezer, take it out, put it on a nice platter, and you're done with the meats. You don't have to worry about that either. Your dressings or your stuffings, all of those, you can make those ahead of time too. Don't bake it yet. Just go ahead and get it ready and then put it in the freezer. And by the way, use throwaway pans. Go to the Dollar Tree and get them. You can get like 2 or 3 pans for $1.25. They even have the covers on them. So you don't have to worry about washing dishes, a lot of dishes and those kinds of things too. So that's how you can actually save a whole lot of time. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the ways you can entertain your guests. Play games. Yeah, that always works because people are used to doing things on the cell phone. But when you can get a whole lot of people around a table, you're playing Monopoly, card games, or whatever, it's very entertaining. It really is. These could be card games or board games, or even a combination of both. In multiple age groups, if they're staying with you, consider having a Monopoly or a Scrabble tournament if you want to do that. And you really want this to take up a lot of time. So that would be a good one. Monopoly can take forever. You get 2 people who are competing with each other. Everybody else gets tired of watching you compete. But anyway, that one can last for hours. The winners could even earn a prize. Now, the person who wrote this article says, in my family, the winners are exempt from washing the dishes after the big holiday meal. That way everybody wants to win, right? Okay, arrange an outing. That's a good idea. So use Facebook or local newspapers and magazines to keep tabs on what events are happening around your community. Facebook is a great way. It's a great tool. For example, the local historic mansion is offering a family day just for the cost of a Toys for Tots. Also, so we get to tour the Victorian mansion for a very low fee and then vote on the favorite of their decorated Christmas trees. You can check out your local library and bookstores for author visits, maybe somebody coming into town, or story time crafts. Also, hardware stores sometimes have a free build your own demonstration, and that's good. Things women can do in the building world. Also, if there's a holiday parade, that's what Brad and Larissa always do when we come up to their place around Christmas holidays. We like to make it at least, we never do Christmas Day there. And we usually do something a week or two before or even after Christmas. But if you do a week or two before, usually the holidays, the parades are happening in town. Or you can do a downtown art walk. And I'll have to tell you, there are some really pretty towns up in North Carolina and South Carolina that look like Christmas cards. I mean, so if you're visiting those areas, make sure you let your guests take a tour. Okay, now put out a puzzle. This is something that can take a really long time too, which is good. It keeps everybody entertained. Some people are actually drawn to puzzles. I know Emma loves puzzles. So the author says, my daughter, mom, and I find them addicting, so we spend hours working on one. I suggest starting with a 300-piece puzzle if there are kids around. Then add a small puzzle that won't seem like such a big commitment, and which means adults will be more inclined to wander away, more so than kids, believe it or not, and try a few pieces. Before they know it, they'll be sucked into. Yeah. So puzzles are a great, great thing to do. Arrange a family volunteer opportunity. This is a great idea. So check with the local community programs to see how your family can help with things like filling food boxes or such. Or maybe you can shop together for a local family or a child in need. You can also check out some of these other acts of kindness for more ideas. But I have to tell you, the fun thing about shopping for kids and families that are in need is to shop and go ahead and do those things, but don't let them know who you are. Don't let them know. I mean, it's a total guess. They won't know who it comes from. And maybe get the police department involved in this. So what you can do is just buy for a family in need, take the items and have the police department, if they're not really, really busy during that time of the year, and again, let them deliver it. And it'll be just, it's just knowing that you're helping somebody and you're not doing it for them to know who you are. It's not like that at all. That's called true giving when you do that. Arrange a family volunteer opportunity is a great thing to do. Have a movie marathon. Oh, yeah, like all Christmas movies, like Christmas Vacation. Elf, that's one of my favorites. The Bishop's Wife, that's one we watch every single year. Choose a movie that has sequels to it and make it more fun by making snacks to enjoy with it, like different kinds of popcorn. That would be a great idea. Do flavored popcorns. Get everybody involved with that. And it's not just a woman thing. Maybe different kinds of cookies, different kinds of health snacks if you're into that, all kinds of things. You can add to the fun by also declaring it a pajama day. I'm not going to go that far with me, but some people do that. Order takeout to be delivered so you don't have to stop the fun to order a cooked meal. So make sure you tip your driver. So if you're pizza having it delivered at your house, make sure you tip them. Okay, so that's really important. Decorate together. So save it. That's what we've always done when Brad and Larissa come over. We let them decorate with us. That adds to the fun. So if it's holiday time, enlist the guests to help with the decorating. Go over the top. So go over it, the top. So you can give everyone a job. So maybe even start with a craft people can make that will be part of the decorations. So some ideas may be to string popcorn and cranberries, maybe decorating pine cones. Well, believe me, you can get pine cones. And if you have neighbors who have a lot of pine cones, they'll probably want you to ask first, of course, but ask if you can pick up some of their pine cones to use. They'll probably be glad to get them out of the yard. You can make a paper chain. You can do just all kinds of things. But pine cones, I'll have to tell you, you can make really pretty decorations by taking, say your pine cone looks something kind of like this. And by taking some of the pine cones down at the bottom and make them look like little Christmas trees. So it looks like the pine cone is like this. So let's say you take some of it off, so about here, and then you leave the stem part of the pine cone cute little Christmas trees. And you can also you can make up snow. I mean, you can do a pretend snow by mixing cornstarch and water, just enough to make it kind of crumbly. And then, paint them green, maybe put little berries or something on it. And then kind of shake, maybe get an old sifter or something like that and shake some of the cornstarch water solution. Let it kind of dry. Don't have it real. Don't put a lot of water in it because you want it to where it'll kind of flake down. Using your fingers is the best tool you got. So you can get some of that. Let the kids get involved and maybe do a little centerpiece for the table where everybody's going to sit and eat. And then just kind of do like this with you put your hands together with the cornstarch and just let it look like a little snow scene. Beautiful. All kinds of stuff you can do, crafts. People love crafts. They like putting stuff together. Another thing you can do, get the kids involved with this. Now, you'll need to help, okay, because this also involves heating. So you can do this in the microwave oven. It's really easy. So go to the craft store, go to the thrift store. I'm going to my Shepherd's Cove thrift shop and look for old crayons. Yeah, you can make candles out of old crayons. And if you want to just do like red ones, maybe make it look like a candy cane, you can do that. Get the white and then melt the wax. Now make sure you get a wick to go in there. And then melt the wax just a little bit down to the bottom. Let that be the white layer, say. And let that dry. It's going to dry really fast because it's wax. And tilt it. You can kind of tilt it just a little bit. So let's pretend this is the jar. And so what you'll do, you can tilt it over maybe with something, make sure it's good and sturdy. And if you're using, say, a mason jar or something like that, that's going to tilt it. And then you'll have that little candy cane shape. Yeah, and you got to let one layer dry before you put the other one in. So that's how that works. Okay, we talked about straining popcorn and doing stuff like that. Oh, we're about to have to go into a commercial break. Let's go into a commercial break, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes. So y'all hang in. Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas, or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Because of your overwhelming support, our $14.88 MyPillow has been one of the biggest sales in MyPillow history. I couldn't think of a better way to say thank you than to extend our wholesale pricing through Christmas. Get a classic standard MyPillow for only $14.88. Upgrade to a queen size, just $18.88. King size, only $1 more. Get my body pillows for only $29.88. And ready? Multi-use MyPillows, only $9.88. It's perfect time to stock up for Christmas gifts for everyone on your list. Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our wholesale pricing. Including my classic standard MyPillows, only $14.88. But that's not all. I'm so confident you're going to love our classic MyPillows that I'm going to extend my 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2025. Plus, orders over $75 ship absolutely free.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
We're back from the break. Thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. You can find us all kinds of ways, all the social media sites, including Facebook. We've got several different pages on Facebook. You can also find us on the radio at icradio.media, where we are Fox News affiliates. You may also find us on television, syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget to podcast on thenewscasters.com. And please keep sending those emails. They make my day. I love hearing from you. Any suggestions, ideas, recipes I can really use, like really quick recipes on how to cook for the holidays, that would be awesome too. Okay, so we're talking about how to entertain out-of-town guests. Okay, they come to your house, and so what am I going to do with everybody? And you want them to stay at the house. You don't want to pay for a hotel room. You want to just have fun. It's cozy time. It could be the kids coming in. It could be friends that you've had for a long time. Maybe you moved out of town and they want to come visit you in your new house. Yeah, that's a great thing to do. Okay, so how about having a gingerbread house decorating contest? You know, I used to do this with Brad all the time when he was little. Of course, he would start eating on it. It didn't last but just a few hours. But anyway, just a little gingerbread house is a lot of fun. You can find the kits to make it easy, or you can make your own. So the author of this particular article says, in our family, we have a Thanksgiving tradition where we decorate two houses. One is for the boys and one is for the girls. Then we call on other relatives or friends to vote on the winning house. Grand idea. Get competition going there. It's always a good thing. This is another fun thing you can do, and that's touring Christmas lights. Who doesn't like to do that? We pile as many people as legally possible in our vehicles and then caravan around the city looking for Christmas lights. If you live in Alabama, I'll have to tell you one really wonderful place to go. Many places, but if you go to Opelika, close to Auburn University, there is a street, and it's off the main drag. I can't remember the name of the street, but this street always decorates, and it's some beautiful old houses, like the old Victorian houses that were built in the 1800s, and all of the families there decorate. My favorite one was always the one that had Rhett and Scarlett from Gone with the Wind out there. It was wonderful. But you'll see every idea. They even have Elf out there. They have just all kinds of storybook characters, movie characters. So go check that out. It's in Opelika, Alabama. And I wish I could remember the name of it. It's a very small town, Opelika, and it's before you get to the bridge, if you know what I'm talking about that way. But it's on the main drag that takes you into Auburn, Alabama. And again, it's as you're going south, it's on the right-hand side before you get to the bridge. That sounds like my grandparents' decorations, and I'd get there. Okay, touring the Christmas lights. Okay, and they try to pile as many people as they can, but you can even find bingo cards online to print and take with you, taking turns like into a scavenger hunt. So don't forget to bring some hot cocoa and some candy canes along for the ride as well. Make it very festive. Attend a holiday performance. Oh man, I'll never forget. Phil and I, when we lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, so the Christmas before we left, before we moved, Phil took me to see the Nutcracker Ballet. And I'm going to tell you that I'll never forget that. It was just a wonderful play and so festive. because we were so busy working, we were not in the holiday spirit yet. That play put us into the holiday spirit. Okay, so this time of the year is ripe with performances from fancy to casual. There are a number of colleges like Northeast Alabama Community College. Their plays are almost like a New York play. I mean, they're really awesome. And they always put together some really good plays. So go ahead and check out your local college, because if they have a theater department, they're going to put on a play, and they're very affordable. You won't be paying those New York prices to go to a fabulous play. Also in Gadsden, Alabama, they always put together some Christmas plays as well. So go ahead and check it out. Okay, you can also see like the Nutcracker, I mentioned that, the ballet, the Messiah, school holiday programs, and church performances. Churches can put some really good ones on. I remember when Brad was going to college up in Chattanooga, and so the church he attended, they had this play, like the Christmas play, and it was, I'm telling you what, it was breathtaking. It was as good as anything, again, that you would see in a theater somewhere. These kinds of events are great for the whole family. And usually, there's usually performances in the mall. So go to the Gadsden Mall, check out and see what they've got going on there. And other shopping areas as well if you meet out of United in Alabama. So those are some ones that I know that are really good here and across the country. But if you're living in Charlotte, North Carolina, the First Baptist Church there always has wonderful plays. So go ahead and check them out as well. How about just plain old singing Christmas carols? Singing Christmas carols is a wonderful thing to do. That'll put you in the mood. You can have family or friends over for some punch and Christmas tunes. You could do something like a name that tune, where if you have somebody who plays the piano or a guitar or something like that, and they do like 1, 2, 3, like of a note of a Christmas song. And again, just do a name that tune. That'd be a lot of fun to do. And everybody's competitive, especially if it's family. Maybe someone can play the piano or guitar for added merriment. Or you go caroling throughout the neighborhood. Make it even more fun by dressing in that festive Christmas decor. That would be great to do. The list is not exhaustive. You could also go to nursing homes. Oh man, that's always a great thing to do. Dress up again for the Christmas holidays and sing carols. There are even more ways that you can be festive. Invite some folks over for punch, Christmas tunes. Got any talent in the family, or even those who don't have talent? It could be fun. Maybe somebody can play the piano or guitar for added merit. Maybe go caroling throughout the neighborhood again, make it even more fun. But there's just like no stopping to the things you can do. There are more than 12 ways to entertain guests. You know that. Just use your imagination, be creative, do a little bit of planning there. Have your guests over with a blast, and nobody's going to get bored. I'm just telling you that. I'm thinking like recipes. There is a website I love to go to, and it's a 2-ingredient recipe. So, if you haven't had time to cook, maybe you own a business or you work for a high demanding company, maybe they don't have enough employees, so you're having to do the job of 2 or 3 people. That's where we're at right now in this society. So you can go to websites that will allow you to figure out 2 and 3 ingredient recipes. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and look there. Okay, I'm going to say 2 ingredient, because we only have a couple of minutes left, recipes. And let's see what we can come up with. Okay, right here we go. It's called allrecipes.com, allrecipes.com. Okay, there is one for pistachio milk. I've never really had pistachio milk before. Let's see if we can see what that says. Okay, you can make it with a high-powered blender and a long soak. So what you'll do is add a teaspoon of vanilla when she uses this milk for smoothies or coffee drinks. So what you're going to need is 1 cup of unsalted shelled pistachios, 4 cups of filtered water. And this is what you do. Add the pistachios to a large bowl with enough water to cover. Soak those overnight, and then you want to drain them. And then you'll place the pistachios in 4 cups of filtered water in a high-powered blender, like a Vitamix or something like that. And you want to blend those until it's smooth and creamy. Man, that sounds like a grand idea right there, pistachio milk. Okay, let's look at this one right here. called smoked macaroni and cheese. And it's only 2 ingredients. Let's see what in the world that is. Okay, smoked mac and cheese. I'm keeping aware of the time. So what you're going to need is a 20-ounce package of prepared macaroni and cheese, and then thaw it if it's frozen. 1 slice of American cheese quartered. This is what you do. You want to preheat an electric smoker to 250 degrees and then add wood chips according to the manufacturer's directions. Use any wood chips that you would use for smoking meat. Then, if it's prepared macaroni and cheese, and it's not already in a heat-proof dish, you need to put it in a heat-proof dish, and so that it sits directly on the back of a smoker. Then you want to divide the cheese pieces over the top. Place the dish directly on the rack of the smoker and smoke until hot and bubbly for about 1.5 hours. And you want to go ahead and serve that like ASAP. Go ahead and get that ready. Okay, I think we got time for another one or two. Okay, so that's the smoked macaroni and cheese. All right, let's go ahead and look again for another one. Air fried quesadillas. Okay, let's see. I wonder how you would do that. You know, another good website you can go to is another one that would allow you to bake your favorite recipe at a restaurant. I know Shoney's always had this wonderful, wonderful strawberry pie. And I found that recipe, and it's exactly like that recipe. Somebody has figured it out. So usually some grandmother, like my grandmothers, would be able to figure out recipes. Like they'll figure out what the recipe is. And then you just always go from there. Okay, let's see. I think that's probably it for the day. Let me find another recipe though. Okay. Recipes. 2. I forgot enough time for this. Okay, 2 ingredient recipes. 2 ingredient recipes. Okay. The number 2 ingredient. Oh, here's one right here. 2 ingredient pumpkin pie fudge. Oh, wow. Let's check this one out. Okay, 2 ingredient pumpkin pie fudge. Okay, here it is. What are the ingredients? Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, that would be an easy one to do. So what you do is you get pumpkin pie filling and fudge. And then what you'll do, let's see what it says right here. And you don't need a candy thermometer for this either. So here are the ingredients. Here we go. Okay, so the ingredients are 1/3 cup of pumpkin pie mix is canned. And this is easy. So you'll just need 1 12-ounce white bag of white baking chips. So what you'll do is you'll melt the baking chips and do it in a microwave. It's a lot easier that way. Put it in a big bowl though. And so about every 30 seconds, I'm going to give it a really good stir. And then what you want to do is get the 1/3 cup of pumpkin pie mix and put that together. And kind of, all you have to do is stir it. You don't have to put it in a mixer or anything like that. And then just put that in a bowl. And I have to show you what it looks like. That looks dreamy. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, that's going to be good. So that's a recipe I'm going to do. Okay, thank you so much for watching. My name is Donna. Thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge Talk Show. You can find us on the radio at icradio.media. You can also find us on television, syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget the podcast, thenewscasters.com. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.